It's your girls, Shells
and Chris. Welcome back to our channel.
In today's video, we're bringing back our luxury review series, but we're doing it in a little different format. So Chris will be interviewing me about my Totme scarf jacket, which I'm wearing right now and is one of my most prized possessions. And as she's asking me questions about what I liked or what surprised me, you'll just get to know everything you need to know about this jacket.
And without further ado, like this video, subscribe to our channel for some more fashion stuff.
Let's go.
So Shel, tell us, how did you find out about this brand, okay? Where did you even see the jacket? Like, I want to know everything.
Okay, so Totme, I found out about it maybe a few years ago during one of my deep dives as a fashion editor. I feel like the popularity of this brand coincided with how widespread the scandy aesthetic began. So everyone at home was going for those wooden chairs and then neutral palettes and that look, right? And I feel like that's spillover fashion where we wanted minimal and all things like that. So it came out with the black and gray versions of this jacket, and I think it was a viral sensation. Like I said, seen all over my Instagram and TikTok, but I wasn't really that into the colors. They didn't speak to me as much until they came out with this green olive color. I mean, it's so gorgeous. I remember seeing it on Totme and I jumped. The excitement was I was texting Grace
she was blowing up my phone, you guys. I was like, what is going on?
I told her this was the time. I bought it a couple months ago and I've been obsessed.
Okay, now we want to know the details. What do you like the most about this jacket? Because even from looking at it now, and touching it, it just feels so sturdy. The quality is already amazing.
The color, right, was obviously one of the big things for me. But beyond that, I always just love the construction of it. Almost like an artisanal jacket. I just love the stitching. Very homemade sort of vibe, you know, very wholesome.
What about it that surprised you?
Oh, that's a good one. Well, when it came and I put it on, I was like, this is a lot of jacket. I think people need to know that the fabric is kind of heavy. There's weight to it, right? So it's a wool blend material, which feels really sturdy. It's probably more fall sort of spring, you know,
not winter,
than
right?
Super winter. It surprised me how huge it is too, because it runs very oversized. This is a size small and it could easily go medium if you didn't know, because this jacket takes up so much space, literally. You have to just mind everything else that you wear with it.
That kind of leads me to my next question, which is, how do you style it?
I'm still playing with it. So far I've mostly been doing neutral colors. I've been doing you know, this tank top that's off-white. So I've been doing a lot of black, white, neutral, because the jacket already takes up so much of just my overall outfit. So if I close it, it's a wrap. I'm just wearing the jacket, right? And if I open it, you can always easily see what's under. I've just been experimenting with either elongating my shape with just jeans and heels, or showing off some legs when I do my short skirt and then some heels still. I'm excited to keep experimenting. We'll see.
And yeah, so the key is heels, basically.
Yeah,
noted.
That is the answer.
So with that said, where would you wear it to? Because I have a funny story. I remember we were about to take the trade and I was asking Shel, I was like, oh, what are you wearing as a jacket? And she didn't want to wear the Totme. And I'm like, why not?
I don't know, y'all. I feel self-conscious, I guess, because I spent so much on it. It was $110.
$1,000.
$1,010. I don't know. I haven't worn it on the subway yet. Not because I couldn't. This is New York. At some point, you're going to take the subway to go anywhere.
Yeah.
But I maybe am just putting off the day when I do it. I usually save it for more of these special, but not really, you know, just kind of nighttime sort of vibe. If y'all have ideas, because I'm sure you've probably come across a jacket at some point, let me know where you've worn it to and how you style it, because I need ideas. The jacket is still new to me, y'all.
So the elephant in the room, which is the 1K budget? Let's talk about it. Is it worth it?
You know, it's just such a hard question to answer though, because like, is it? At least for me, for me. Let me tell y'all what the thinking was that justified the purchase for me.
I love the explanation already.
So I needed a good jacket that works literally, I swear to you, as also a scarf, because I tend to not wear both, and the scarves sometimes just bunch up the outfit in a way that makes me feel uncomfortable. When I came across this, I thought it would be perfect, right? And with my jackets, like, I don't play. Like in the winter or like in the fall, I always say like your outerwear is the name of the game. Like people sometimes don't even get to see all the gorgeousness that's wearing under. It's your jacket that does the talking. And so I wanted something that, you know, was a statement, but was also very practical. I feel like, to me, and I need to tell myself these things to justify the purchase, right? I feel like it's something that I'll wear 3 years from now, 5 years from now, and still feel like it does its job, it's still beautiful, and it'll still get me compliments, you know? I think it's worth it, you know?
Like that one, right? I feel like you have to be in fashion to know it, right? Would you qualify it as quiet luxury? Because everyone's talking about quiet luxury now, like, you know, it's like quiet luxury this, no logos that.
Right.
How do you feel about this whole debate?
I mean, okay, the whole thing about quiet luxury to me comes back every few years because people are obsessed with old money, new money, like all the time. And I feel like now there's like a return to quiet, discreet, and conspicuous spending, which is, you know, on the opposite of logomania, like just spending for spending's sake. You know, like I feel like there's both still, but I think like the quiet luxury is obviously a bigger conversation because I don't know why rich people tend to gravitate towards that, you know?
You know what, I do feel like something that just came to mind was post-pandemic, like people want to look like they're not really spending. I feel like it goes into that thinking of like, remember when people would travel, they're like, oh, you're so obnoxious with your money, you're obviously rich. So I feel like that kind of led that way to people not wanting to necessarily look like they're spending money.
Right.
So that, I don't know, just something that came to mind when you said that.
It's a cycle where there's a time where people love to see what rich people are doing, what they're spending on as like a fantasy. And then there's a time when, you know, with massive inflation and like still widespread inequality, people are like, oh my God, that's so like extravagant. It's so, but for me, like I don't go into a piece thinking like, oh, it's quiet luxury. Like I feel like I like what I like. And what attracted me about this is primarily it looked like a good quality jacket that's also very design forward. Like this probably constitutes a quiet luxury piece more than like a logo t-shirt, right?
Final question. Do you think you're a luxury shopper?
I think to the extent that luxury means well-made stuff that lasts a while, like sure, right? But there are different perceptions of luxury. Like there's luxury that's like has a logo, it's very identifiable, you can track it to the brand immediately as you see it. But there's the kind of luxury that's in the finesse of the fabric, how it's produced, you know what I mean? I wouldn't call myself a luxury shopper. I just like things that are well made, and I hope I make the right choices when I invest in them.
Yeah, and
what would you say?
I'll agree too. I think for me, the key is like practical. Like I really want items that I can wear on a day-to-day. Of course, I'll do the fashion bro moment and like wear something that's like totally unrealistic, just because it's fun and fashion.
We love fantasy.
Right, fashion is all about fantasy. But for me, in the day-to-day, I really want something practical, and usually practical feels like it's well made. So I guess you could say I'm a luxury shopper. Just like not necessarily the logo shopper, if that makes sense.
We'll rebrand it.
Yeah,
we love it.
We love it. Yep. Well, that was so fun. I really love hearing your thoughts on the Totme jacket.
And I love your question. So if y'all enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up so we know to do more. Don't forget to subscribe. Reviews, hauls, trends, commentaries, everything. With that said, we'll see you next time.
Well, that was fun. I love hearing
We're so similar.
Oh my God, that week. That is so cute.